There we go. Here on this screen now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what is my first live broadcast, really. I was doing this on Saturday, and YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, didn't tell me that Gainster had a stream going, and there was no way that I would have been able to compete with him, given the people that are on there. So just work out how to do this. Hey, Rob. Hey, Al. So yeah, I've got quite a few pickups to get through. So we'll start with, I've got a few beers on the side as well. Not as many strong ones as I would have had Saturday. But let's start off with anybody who's been watching following me on Instagram will have seen that I picked up quite a lot of these Total Coup figures, and there was one that was missing that was on my Instagram pictures, and that was Parappa the Rapper. So I went into games to pick some stuff up, and I just grabbed that. So hey, Cooper. So I'll start off with the non sort of gaming related pickups that I've made, and then we'll get into the ones that people probably really want to see. So as I've said several times, I'm sort of I'm a reasonably big wrestling fan, and I found two wrestling DVDs in Pound Shop at £1 each. First one was the Raw Best of 2010. Some decent stuff on this from what I can gather reading the back. I remember Bret the Hitman Hart returning. It was the retirement of Shawn Michaels. There was quite a lot of stuff with Miz at the time as well. So at £1, I thought, why not? And then I also picked up TNA DVD. Now, this looks to be a Region 1 DVD with the rating on there. So yeah, I don't know much about the TNA brand. It's got Kurt Angle and Christian on it, AJ Styles and Tyson Tomko, Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash, who was Diesel in WWE. Bit of Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, who does an amazing Randy Savage impression. I'll put them down there. But yeah, I'm not a massive TNA fan. Hey guys. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's pretty warm in here though, so I might have to take it off. I was going to choose a different, a more gaming related Christmas jumper as well, but this is the one that that's the coolest, and I'm pretty warm in my room. Hey, Dane's there. Cool. I think now with those. So a couple of other DVDs. I've been on a bit of a horror kick recently, and there's a podcast that I listen to called Nightmare on Film Street, and they were talking about this one, and I thought I had it, but I couldn't find it on my Plex server, so I decided to pick it up. I got Cloverfield. Not a massive found footage film fan, but you know, I thought, well, grab it. Then some semi-game related horror films. They're not very, they're not the best, but I picked up 3 Resident Evil films. Again, I thought I had them, and then it turns out I didn't actually have them, so I picked them up. They were £1 for all 3. And then I wanted to see the second It. I just hadn't got around to buying it. First one wasn't the best, but I picked it up. So the TNA thing, Dylan, was just a Final Resolution pay-per-view, I think, if I can pick it back up. Yeah, it was a Final Resolution pay-per-view. It looks like one of the early ones. It doesn't give me 2008, so it would have been one of the early ones, I think. So I will say, so I was out yesterday, day before, and I came across this in a pound shop. Now, I think there's 4 volumes of this. This is the animated series of Batman. I just wanted to. I'm going to watch the first one and see what it's like, and then I might buy the rest. This final one was an import from the US. Now, I got this because this guy has just pulled all of his content from Netflix, and I've got a feeling I wanted to get it for myself. I've got a feeling that this will shoot up in value now. It's the Chappelle Show, the complete series, so that I'll have series 1 and series 2 on it. Dave Chappelle does some amazing sketches, absolutely fantastic. He's a really good laugh. It used to be on Comedy Central when I was at uni, so that's how long ago, how old it is. But I just decided, given that he's pulling all his content, that I figured I'd buy it on DVD, stick it on my Plex server, and then I've got it for as long as my disc don't break. And the last non-gaming pickup is actually a book. Now, I saw the foreword by Mark Kermode. This harks back to sort of my degree days when I was so my degree's in film and media studies. I'm a big film fan, and I just decided to pick it up. I've still got a lot of the books from my course and stuff. It was, I think it was 50p for this book. I don't know much about Den of Geek. I've seen some of this stuff, but I don't know massive amounts about them. Bin that off. Check. Honestly, I've presented in front of hundreds of people for work, and obviously I do the standard videos. This is one of the most nerve-wracking things that I think I've done. It's pretty nervous waiting to talk to people. It's great when you're talking in front of people because you can see the reaction, but you can't see what you guys are like. So I don't know how it's going. Let's see these. Hey, feed me chicken, chili. I think I see somebody welcoming Griffo, so I can't find your comment, Alex, but welcome. Hey, Goodwins and Woolly Weeble. So again, I'll move on to the things that people have actually come to see. I promise I'll stop going off camera. I just got to be able to pull this pile up. So I'll go through sort of the the sort of Nintendo and the miscellaneous stuff that I've got, and then I'll work down the bigger piles. I've got a couple of larger game pickups that I made. In fact, I made the most expensive CEX pickup on a single game that I've ever done, which I'll pull out later. But let's talk about the first beer, shall we? So these all came from my advent calendar that my missus got me. This is a Tangerine Session IPA. Now I think it was Xbox 360 collector Ross. I think I get the name right. There's a few mix-ups there. He said that he's tried it and it didn't sit great with him, but I'll give it a go and see what it's like. Smells all right. It's an IPA with orange flavour in it. So anyway, back to the games. Now I picked a SNES game up, a game that I remember playing ages ago, and I know it's been remastered now, and I probably really need to get the remaster. But I picked up Flashback. Now I remember playing Flashback, and I actually booted up my RetroPie the other day and put it on just to see how the game played. Bit of a strange game from what I've seen or what I've played of it on my RetroPie, but I'm looking forward to getting into it again. Once I replace these shelves with the other bookcases, I'm going to put my sort of CRT over in this corner so that I can have like a little retro station to play games on. A couple of games that I picked up in an eBay bundle. I actually got the bundle for next to nothing really. There was one game that I was interested in. I saw this though, and thought, well, it was on my list of PlayStation 1 games to get. Unfortunately, though, it didn't come with its manual. It wasn't listed with a manual or anything, so I can't grumble. But this was the one out of the bundle that I actually wanted to get. This is complete in box, and it's the Dreamcast Buzz Lightyear. I've got a few Dreamcast games, but not too many, and just decided that, you know what, I'll jump on it. Now, some of these are going to be duplicate games as well that I've already got in my collection. They'll either be case upgrades or upgrades for manuals. The rest of them, I'm eventually going to sort through everything. I'll probably do a video to say what I've got and what I've got as duplicates, and if anybody wants them, they can have them. Otherwise, I'll just keep hold of them for now. So I picked up 2 3DS games in a local charity shop. I've actually left the price on these ones for a change. First one is Mario Kart 7 that I got for £1.25. I picked this up. I wanted a physical copy of it. My 2DS is the Mario Kart 7 2DS, so it comes built onto the console, but I wanted to grab it physically as well, just in case anything corrupted. I quite like it. It's a good Mario Kart game. It's not the best, but I still enjoyed it. I believe it still goes for like £15 in CEX. And the other one was a Nintendogs. This is the French Bulldog. Now, I don't know much about Nintendogs, I will admit. I picked it up knowing that I think the 3DS version of this is still really, really expensive in CX. Well, I say really expensive for my frugal northern ways. I'm liking all the chat about wrestling in the window. I've read the TLC results. I've just not had a chance to watch it yet. I've been working today. But yeah, I've seen, so evening. I'm not sure with the reaction there, Griffo, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't know. It was cheap, so I just picked it up. So 2 other games that I got as part of a bundle, and I went for the bundle for one thing. I can't even remember what it was now. I think it's further down. I picked up a bundle for about £5 on eBay, and I got a copy of Curious Village. Now, I've already got Curious Village. This, again, will probably just be a check, see the manual's difference. It is complete with everything in it. And then I'll stick it in my pile. And then I got a Peppa Pig game. This was part of the bundle. I didn't get it to play. It wasn't on my list of anything. I just got it to pick up. Got it as part of the bundle because there was one game that I can't remember what it was that I wanted to play. Another DS game, Kate West, The Vanishing Files. This has been on my list. I got it in CEX. It's complete with its manual. It was a couple of pounds in CEX. It's one of the hidden object type games. Yeah, I wanted to play it. It was on the pared down list that I got of DS games. I promise we're going to get into some better games here now. Fair enough. If it's £10 credit, I'll have a look. I assume that's with Kids Cooper, and not the fact that you're enjoying Peppa Pig yourself. So, again, part of that same bundle was a second copy of Resident Evil Wii Edition. I've already got it. It's on the shelf somewhere there, ready to be played. So I picked it up. Now, the rest of the Wii tap for the Retro Bear, I got a special edition copy of The Conduit. Now, the CEX I got this in was in Burnley, and I saw it a few weeks ago, but they couldn't find the game. And then when I went back in, sort of when everything opened up again, I went back in, and it was still on the shelf. So I figured, well, they must have the game in the back. So I picked it up. Game I've got on a 360, but I wanted to pick it up on the Wii just to see what the controllers were like. That's the one in the dark. I remember the original. I'm not so sure what this remake version will be like. Game that I saw on Retroburst videos, Cranium Kabuki. This, when I got it, said it came with the glasses, but I can't find the glasses anywhere, so I don't know whether they needed to complete the game or not. But yeah, I decided, you know what, I'll pick it up and see what it's like. And then another Resident Evil game on the Wii, that is Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. So, some more beer, have a look at the comments. Hey, James. I don't know what possessed me to buy it. I just like the look of it. I think I might have saw Burr mention it on one of his videos and had a look at it and seen some stuff. So yeah, that's most of the comments caught with of people. Right, let's move on to the PS2 that I've got. So not so many. Two of these I am embarrassed to say that I paid over the odds for, well over the odds for, but it benefits charity, so I'm not overly fussed. First one up, again, this was a charity shop pickup, I believe. It is just going to be a case upgrade, and my copy of it didn't have the manual, so I picked up Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, knowing that I already had it, but wanted the upgrade. This again was part of the bundle that I got because I wanted one game and I can't remember what it was at this point in time. I'll get to it and I'll remember, but it was Crash to Insanity. I'm not 100% sure whether I had a copy of this or not, or maybe I did. I might be wrong. Found this in a charity shop, paid 25p for it. It wasn't on my list of games to play. I've got this for the GameCube. But it's got all the first three Sonic Knuckles, Flicky's Island. You then get the Game Gear games and some bonus unlockable stuff. Now on to the two games that I paid well over the odds for. I hadn't heard of them, didn't know anything about them, liked the look of the artwork on the box, checked the games, made sure they were complete. It's Kesem 1 and 2. Now I paid £6 for both of them. I think they're about £2 each in CEX. I've never seen them in the wild. It's not something that, and again, a game series I know anything about. But given that it was, I hadn't seen them. I just like the look of them. So I grabbed them. Right. Now we're moving on to some better, more modern-ish titles. Can't show that one, otherwise it'll give it away. So we'll go on to PS3. Put that to the bottom. So these were all, apart from one, these are all CEX pickups. I've got a small list of PS3 games that I want to play. It's mainly stuff that is exclusive to Sony, so I've just been picking up bits and pieces. First up is Lure. Again, I was hooked the minute I saw that it had dragons. It was complete in box. Been attacked by game, but I'll have a go at getting rid of that. Hopefully, I've got some Gugon stuff somewhere. Yeah, again, I saw that it was dragons. Looked interesting. You fight in the skies with your dragon, so it was on the list. I've picked it up. Thankfully, I've got some time. I don't know, Dylan. I honestly don't. I don't know much about other than the big hits is on the PlayStation. Well, sorry, there's the second part of your comment. I don't know much about the stuff on the PlayStation. To be fair, I've always generally been Xbox gamer. Hopefully these are varied enough that it gives a bit of everything for everybody. I figured it must have come from somebody on here. I don't recall saying it in the past, Rob, but yeah. So carrying on, we have Formula One Championship Edition. Again, not a massive racing game fan. I picked this up in a charity shop at £1. I know it's not on anything other than PlayStation, I don't believe. So yeah, I grabbed that. Next up, Killzone 3. So I've played the first two on the PS2. Again, there we go. Attack by game. Played the first two on PS2. I'm so glad that a lot of the the newer games don't come with manuals now, so the game can't ruin them, to be fair. It was. I played. Carry on my story. I played the first two, and then I've decided to grab that again because it's exclusive to Sony. I think I have. Is it Liberation on the PSP as well? Not 100% sure without having a look. One of the Tales of series of games, I believe. We have Tales of Xillia. Now, I know there are two of them. I couldn't find the second one, but I have been out recently and did some game pickups for my Christmas presents from my mum. So the second one will be part of that. I enjoy Tales of Symphonia. I'm not sure about the rest of the games. So I've changed the artwork round on this. This is a game I've been meaning to grab and play. We have Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. The artwork is so much better on this side. I've been looking for it in CEX whenever I've been, out and about, and I'd not seen it. And I went to, so I've done it a couple of times recently. When things first opened up, I went to Chorley, which is maybe 10 miles away from me. Found it in there. And then I have recently been to Ashton-under-Lyne as well, visiting CXs and seeing what the charity shops are like in those areas. I'm starting to look out really in my own local charity shops and struggling to find stuff. Now, I wasn't going to buy this, so I saw this on the shelf, and I was going to wait till I could see the two of them together. So this is Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. But when I got to the counter in CEX, I actually found that it was the collector's edition. Now, it doesn't mention anywhere on the box that it's the collector's edition, so I'm not 100% sure if they've got the wrong case. Maybe. If anybody knows, let me know. But it comes with a nice art book. Not quite as good as the one in the Gears steel tin. It also includes the original soundtrack, I believe, and in the game. I've played Ninja Gaiden Black on the 360, on the OG Xbox even, which is now backwards compatible. But I just thought, well, I'd pick it up again. That's a HMV sticker. I'm going to try and get it off, hopefully not ruin the box. I've no idea if it is an upgrade. Again, PlayStation is probably one of my Achilles heels when it comes to gaming. I wasn't really focused on PlayStation since PS2. I've just got a list of stuff that I wanted to pick up, and that was on it along with the Sigma 2. Hey, Nath. So, let's move on to the PS4. Again, I've gone through and got sort of picked up stuff that I've wanted to play or stuff that I like the look of that I saw. So I wanted to play this for quite a while. It's difficult to try and balance out playing on the Xbox, playing on the retro stuff. I'm preaching to the choir here, but so I picked up a copy of Bloodborne. Now this was part of a three for two in game. Bloodborne was the only PlayStation 4 game I got. The rest that I picked up were Xbox One. So, nope, tell a lie. There is another one. I picked up the Death Stranding. Now, let's believe this is a fantastic game. When I picked up the original case, and the guy behind the counter told me that the Steelbook was available. Did I want the Steelbook? It's not an amazing Steelbook by any sense stretch of the imagination, but it was the Steelbook version. So yeah, it was the same price. I'll have the Steelbook version then. So that those two out with everything else here. This lot all came as one bundle from Facebook Marketplace. Now, the one game that I wanted in this was Days Gone. Again, another game I'm led to believe is really good. Good. I'm so glad I got some time off over Christmas so I can get around to playing some of these games. Now, this was pictured, and I couldn't quite work out what these two pieces were. And it turns out it was it's the limited edition Life is Strange. Now, Beyond the Storm, which is the prequel. It came with the original soundtrack and also the art book. However, I've been looking into it, and obviously it's missing some bits and pieces. But again, I've got it digitally on Xbox, but it was included as part of the bundle, and I wanted Days Gone. I think I got this bundle for maybe £10, and the trading value was well above that. So, it made sense for me to pick it up. I'll run through these quickly because these are all games that a lot of people will have played. So we have Homefront: The Revolution. Again, got it for the Xbox. Far Cry 4. Again, played it on the Xbox. I'm not a FIFA fan, but this bundle included 17, 18, and 19. It had a copy of Battlefield 4, had a copy of The Division, and it also had a copy of Mad Max, which was an absolutely fantastic game that I played on the Xbox One. So far we've been through Sony, we've been through retro stuff, we've been through non-gaming pickups. I'm going to move on to the Microsoft stuff. So there's some 360 tap for everybody. There are some OG Xbox stuff. And then there's some Xbox One stuff as well. So I've got a small stack of OG Xbox. Everything here is on the list of stuff that I've been meaning to kind of play or pick up. First off, I got a copy of Juiced. It's a bit tatty though, so I remember playing this when it first came out, back when I actually liked racing games as such. But yeah, so check out some more of these comments. Hey David. Hey Steve. Yeah, I thought you and Russ would like the 360 stuff. So So yeah, I got a copy of Juiced. It's complete in box with manual. It's just a little bit tatty. Then I picked up Project Gotham Racing. I have the second one already. Again, another game that I've played. Somebody will be able to tell me. I think it used to be Electronics Boutique that did that, which are now Game or Game Station, given the stickers, I think, which again is now Game. A game I already had, but it was part of a bundle, so it was included with it. I think mine doesn't have the manual. This has a rather chunky game manual, which is probably in about 1 million languages. It's the CSI Crime Scene Investigations. I believe I played it ages ago, but it's, I don't know. There's quite a few of the games out there. This was part of a whole bundle, and I picked it up for this one game. The cost of this in CEX was less than the cost of this, less than the cost of the whole bundle, and I hadn't seen this in CEX. Again, most of these came complete in box with manual. Everything was in good nick. It has all the safety cards and stuff, but we have a copy of Sadeki. I'm hoping that Sadeki is going to be one of those sort of maybe hidden gem type games, much along the lines of Nightcaster was when I got Nightcaster when it first came out. I really enjoyed that, and I'm hoping this will be something similar. Then we have Metal Gear Solid 2. Again, I played this on PlayStation 2, but I've not played it on the OG Xbox. We have Sims Busting Out, and we have a series of unfortunate events. Not all of those are going to be backwards compatible. I do have a list of Xbox OG games to pick up that I want to play. Honestly, for somebody who's trained to kind of present and stuff, saying earn quite a lot doesn't actually fit with what I do. There we go again, and when you notice it, it's a nightmare. So here we go, onto the Xbox 360. You'll notice that one of these is still sealed. This I got from Amazon. I think you picked up the Xbox One version of this, Rob, pretty cheap, and this was reasonably cheap when I picked it up. It's the Batman Telltale series. I think this is one of the only Telltale games that I've not played. I might have played the first episode, but it's been on the list, so I'll get through it. Again, it'll go towards hitting the achievements target. Now, I set myself the target of hitting 100k before the end of the year. I'm now nearly 110. So who knows what I'll set in 2021. Hopefully 2021 will be a lot better as well. We then move on to Grid. So these will all be backwards compatible games, pretty sure. The majority of these will have come from CEX as well. Grid, again, complete in box with manual. Started to make sure whenever I go into a CEX, if I pick something up that doesn't have a manual in it, I go to the counter and ask them if they leave the manuals in things, which 9 times out of 10 they say yes they do. This one wasn't from CEX, despite having the CEX sticker on the back here. It was actually a charity shop pickup. I think it was £1. It might have even been 50p. It's really, really broken case. I've got replacements for this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the manual, but it is one of the backwards compatible games, and it's Super Street Fighter 4. Ah, right, okay. Fair enough. They might be. I'm not sure. I'll have a look at the Xbox One version. If not, the Xbox One version should still be on there. Oh, that would have been amazing. That sucks. I had a really bad experience on eBay. So about 2 weeks ago, I bought something on eBay. I won the bundle. I put in a max bid of £8, which is what the bundle of games would have been for the entirety. I think I wanted to play one game. I think it might be Trouble. Just give me a second, because I won the auction, and then the guy cancelled it, said it was out of stock. So I complained to eBay, and then he relisted it. So I bid again, and I won it for £5 this time. So 10 pence more than I won it for the last time. The games are worth about £8 in total. I wouldn't mind. Pain was the game, actually. Sorry, for the PlayStation 3. I think somebody picked up and mentioned in my comments on my achievement hunting, one of my achievement hunting videos, the one with Goat Simulator in it, I think. And somebody mentioned that Pain was a really good game. So I wanted that one game, and it was cheaper to buy the bundle, I think, than it was to buy that one game in CEX. So I bid on this, won it. The guy relisted it after refunding me, and I've won it again. And I don't even know whether he's going to ever send it me or anything. Who knows? So again, we have Cars 2. Now I've got this digitally, don't have it physically. It was on the list, so I grabbed it. I'm led to believe that these Cars games are really, really good games to play. You might have mentioned it in one of your videos, Rob. I'm not sure. Maybe it was good for achievements. So like a Muppet, picked up a copy of this. It was only £1, luckily. I actually already own it. It's World at War that I don't own physically for backwards compatible. Why I don't own World at War, I don't know. But so yeah, this is going to be another sort of upgrade, replacement, and then stuck in the pile of stuff that I'll either keep or get rid of. This is the last Call of Juarez game that I needed. It was bound in blood. I haven't seen it in many places that where I've been to be able to pick it up. So this was part of part of the bundle. It might have been this actually that I wanted to pick up out of this bundle, and it was cheaper, or as cheap to get it. Some of the trading value might have worked. We then have, these are more backwards compatible, Tropico 4. I got a copy of Syndicate. I remember Syndicate being sort of a top-down game on SNES, I think, or SNES and Mega Drive. And it's now stupidly expensive, is it not? I'm not 100% sure. So this has the safety book and what classifies as a manual. Now, I've noticed for PlayStation, there's been a lot of this sort of reversible artwork. I quite like that. There's not that much of it on 360 that I've seen. So yeah, it was part of backwards compatible, so I picked it up. Now, this is a set of games that I'm looking forward to really playing and getting into. I'd love to grab them all on the Dreamcast, but unfortunately, I think Sonic Adventures is more than I wanted to. I want to pay for a Dreamcast game, I think. Again, complete box with manual. I get to sample them on the 360, similar sort of size of controller. So yeah. Yeah, somebody told me that it was a decent game, or somebody's mentioned it. Right, okay. So Bullfrog did the original Syndicate, did they? I think it's EA that owns the rights now. Yeah, it's EA that owns the rights now. I'm surprised that it's not part of Game Pass with the EA Access piece, if I'm honest. Final few Xbox 360 titles. We have Eat Lead, which is the return of Matt Hazard. I don't know who Matt Hazard is. It's got the voice of Will Arnett and Neil Patrick Harris in it, so the voice acting should be pretty good. Again, complete box with manual. I don't know what it'll be like. I'm going to give it a shot, see what it goes like. I may even then try to find out who Matt Hazard actually was. Another Ninja Gaiden game. Part of the backwards compatible stuff. We have Ninja Gaiden 2. So if Sigma 2 is an upgrade to this, then I've got both of them. I'm more likely to get through my 360 stuff than the 360 backwards compatible stuff than I am to get through some of the PlayStation 3 stuff during the Christmas break. Who else have we got in? Oh, evening, Gabe. Slow typing, Dylan. Okay, I didn't mean to actually hit that, but okay, cool. So things like Amiga and stuff is going to be well before my time. I'm 37, but I was more. I grew up with consoles more than anything else. By that, I assume you've hit 500 subs, Alex. If so, well done. Congratulations. So I picked up the final Fear game that I needed. I've got all three. I'm in the process of separating my 360 stuff out to what is backwards compatible, what's not. Lego Rock Band. Not a game I've played. I'm not even sure how it'll play on the Xbox, to be fair. And the final 360 game, we have Saints Row. So I played all of them. I have this digitally. I'm looking forward to jumping back into them, to be fair. And I have a small stack plus another one that I'm not going to show because it'll give the title away of Xbox 360, Xbox One games. So again, two of these came from a 3 for 2 in game. One I picked up, I can't even remember where now. It had been from eBay probably because it had been before the whole lockdown piece. So we have Borderlands 3. Again, I'm not a massive Borderlands fan. I was in game, picked up on 3 for 2, and it was on my list of games to get to play. So, did I see a Wolfenstein game? Not in this pile, I don't believe. There is one game that you probably will like the look of, Rob, but don't think. I think I picked up Wolfenstein game a couple of months ago. Not sure. So I'm quite into sort of farming games, and the likes of stuff like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, and Stardew Valley, even stuff like Terraria. And I saw this when I was in game. Now, I was happy shopping in game for quite a while, and then I've just found out recently that Mike Ashley has decided that he's buying the rest of them. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether I'm still going to shop in game. Mike Ashley, for want of me not picking up a swear word, is a bit of a so being a Rangers fan, I hate the guy. So I'm not sure whether I'll give him my business. But yeah, I picked up Stranded Sails. I quite like I've played a couple, done a couple of say levels. I've got a bit of couple of stuff into it, but yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. But you know, the end game content is a grind. Looking forward to that. Yeah, that one, Chili. I really can't stand the guy. Then, last but not least, I picked up a copy of Lords of the Fallen. Now, I'm sure I played this. I'm sure it's been on Game Pass. I played it and I didn't get very far into it. It was on the list of stuff I've been meaning to pick up, so I picked it up. It's the complete edition. It seems that the complete edition has the bonus content on the disc. I might be wrong, and I could have just, picked up the base game as a complete edition. So this one's for you, Rob. I'll take the slip cover off. Can you tell what it is? It's actually a copy of Gears 5. So Gears 5 is, I've got all the digital stuff, but I wanted the edition, the physical edition, and yeah, it's been it was the steelbook version of it, so I got it at the same price, and that was it. So let's do some more comments, and then you have the same steelbook. It's a nice looking steelbook. So Gears is another one of them big series that I've tried and tried and tried, but I've never been a massive fan of it. I know Rob really likes it. I couldn't get into it, and I don't know why. And I keep meaning to go back to it. I might during this Christmas break actually sit down and start playing it. I mean, my release Xbox One was the Gears Ultimate Xbox. Not that you can tell it's slapped with a Deadpool sticker on now, but yeah, it's not. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I'm nearly at the end now. To be fair, there is one game that might interest people who aren't interested in the more modern stuff. I say more modern. I would class it as retro anyway. So what we'll do, actually, I'll reveal the more retro thing first, and then I'll go on to the two probably most expensive pickups I've ever paid for in CEX. So I saw this on eBay. It's the full Donkey Konga pack with the bongos and also the game disc. I think it was listed at $19.99 or best offer. I think I offered something like £12 at first. He came back with a counter offer of £14. And I was like, yeah, I'll snap your hand off, because everything else was going for I think about 20, 25 quid. So yeah, it's not a game that I know much about. It's not a game I've played. It looks interesting. The Kongas are amazing. Having had them out, once I've got all this rearranged with the new shelving, it's definitely going to be one of the first games that I set up on my GameCube. So I have two more pieces. These are probably the two most expensive single purchase games that I've bought in CEX. I'm starting to get to the stage now where stuff that I want or stuff that's on my list is getting more and more pricey. And it seems to have gone up in price. So I picked up a copy of the Silent Hill HD collection. again, this is backwards compatible. I'm hoping that it'll get a boost with the Series X. But what I was happy with, and then she nearly threw it away. I don't know. I always like getting these bonus sort of things in with the games. It's somebody's written their sort of cheats down, and I like picking up these lists, like the copy of Pilot Down, where the guy the kid had written on best game ever. It's just great to see these things. Now I want to grab a copy of Silent Hill, the original, for the PlayStation 1. But I think that's fetching some like 50 notes at the minute. And I don't know whether I can justify paying that out for a single PS1 game. I think for those things, I want to try and save the bigger purchases for going to, if we ever are allowed, it's going back to sort of fairs, gaming fairs. I don't know. To pay that money to a big company like CEX, it doesn't sit well with me. So I'd sooner it went to somebody who actually knew what they were doing with the stuff, was a proper collector. Or I know that a lot of the guys will probably be resellers, but getting to these places when we eventually can, and actually making some of these bigger purchases will be pretty fun. The last game that I have for everybody tonight is a game that somebody mentioned on someone's stream. It might have been Al's stream, but and then they found a copy of it on eBay, and I think it would have probably been one of the streams where you guys play the shelf game. The game in question is 3D Dot Gaming Heroes. I haven't seen it in CEX. I went into CEX and in Chorley, and they had a copy of it. I nearly left without it, and as I was walking out, I thought, you know what, I'll grab it now, because on eBay they're going for sort of like £45, and this was 35 in CEX. If it didn't have its manual, I wouldn't have got it, but it was complete in box. I'm looking forward to this. I saw this on a Metal Jesus stream, Metal Jesus video. I think he was talking about hidden gems. But at 35 compared to the 40 or so that it's going for on 45 or so it's going for on eBay, I just decided to grab it. So yeah, finalize these comments. Sore Thumbs would charge me double. Is Sore Thumbs the one in York? There's a couple I've seen people going into on videos. So there are quite a few places that I want to try and get round. I was supposed to take the missus to Edinburgh for her birthday. Both love zoos. I was going to go to Edinburgh Zoo. There's a Holiday Inn at Edinburgh Zoo, and we were going to go there, but that didn't happen because of lockdown and Nicola Sturgeon not wanting the English in Scotland, as she doesn't. So I was hoping to get into some stuff in Edinburgh. That didn't happen. I was then hoping to get over to York, and the whole tier thing came in. So I'm not entirely sure. Which, what I'm going to be doing. I've been trying to stay sort of local. Ashton is maybe 15 miles from me, 20 miles. So, getting in and out of places like that's fine. There's a lot of other smaller areas around the Manchester area that I can get into. But yeah, I was hoping to get into some of these retro stores, and it's just not happened this year. So I will hopefully get it in. Let's let's finalize the comments before we before I end. I'm thankful for everybody watching, and for anybody big up the Rochdale. Yeah, I wouldn't say having been there, Chile. I wouldn't say it's that big, to be fair. So yeah, all I want to do is thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for subscribing to me. When I started this, I didn't know which way it was going to go. What I was going to be doing with this channel. I've got some plans for 2021. Hopefully my content is going to get a bit more diverse. It's going to get more diverse when I can get out and, to further afield. And I'm looking forward to maybe, actually speaking to some people that I've watched the stuff of. Me and Chile have been talking. I think we're going to go out and do a pickup session, COVID, being, just thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody for subscribing. Thanks to everybody for all the encouragement that you've given me. Hopefully come 2021, it's going to be more of the same, but with some additional bits and pieces in there. Everybody take care. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy the new year. Hopefully 2021 will be better. Thanks, everyone. Catch you later.